Alright guys, welcome to Rant and Chill. On this channel I like to rant and I like to chill. Here we're going to be doing probably a little bit of both, reacting to Omja Nation's video called 10 times Baby Metal was cited or disrespected by people from the metal industry. Now, I am a reactor and I'm reacting this. If you want to check out the video yourself, well, guess what? I'll put it on the screen and I will definitely direct your attention there as well. I am going to offer my commentary. You guys know I like to hear the sound of my own voice. I will talk quite a bit and offer quite a bit of commentary and things. And might even get distracted, go so far the weeds. I'm doing it now. It just started. Look at that. No, but I know some people don't like react just because they just sit there and I guess don't offer anything. Well, I'm not one of them. Anyway, but yeah, here's the channel. Definitely check it out. I'll check it out. I already liked it. Let's go ahead and press that play button. And oh, by the way, if you think I do a decent job, you like this sort of stuff, you can help support me by becoming a patron. That helps out too. With that said, let's get into this. Cute cat. Mayan cat, right? Mayan cat. Yeah, Mayan cat. Mayan cat. Or what was it called?
Oh,
Cool.
Hi. Welcome to another chapter of Baby Metal's history. Before we start, I feel like I have to address something that's very obvious yet oftentimes overlooked, and that is, people are allowed to have opinions. In this channel,
Yeah, that's 100%. People are allowed to have opinions. I mean, yeah.
we love and praise Baby Metal. Outside of this channel, there are people who don't do the same.
Right? Because what they like that people are allowed to have their own opinions, but they often people miss that also means people don't like what you like and will express they don't like what you like, which is their opinion. And then you may have a problem with that and be like, well, it's my opinion. Well, yeah. And that's also their opinion. So, I mean, are y'all going to argue about it? Are you good to go? Like, cause like, what are we doing here? You know? But yeah, people get bothered by that. I mean, not everyone's gonna like Baby Metal. Some people really go out of their way to like be like, oh, it sucks, not a real band. All that stuff. You hear that stuff all the time. But it's like, they might be trolling you. They probably are. You wouldn't play into that. Like, are they being? Is it coming from an honest place and maybe they want to have an actual conversation? Okay, then have that conversation with them. But if they're trolling you, then don't even bother. You're wasting your time.
Including other artists. And that's okay. Not everyone has to like Baby Metal, and they are also allowed to say it.
Yes.
However,
100%.
how they choose to express such statement is what makes the difference between criticizing and disrespecting.
Well, I understand that, and that's true what she's saying. It does make the difference between criticizing and disrespecting, but even a disrespectful opinion, people are allowed to have. Like, it is, people will express that. I say if that happens, I mean, what are you gonna do? Get in an argument with them? That's gonna go nowhere. Be turning your wheels in the mud. Nah, just move on, man. Just move on.
We'll take a look at both cases in this video.
Yeah, well, if this is a Baby Metal channel, why are you sharing such a negative topic?
Oh, this comment. Because it's something that's often brought up regarding Baby Metal. It's something to talk about too. It's important to talk about it.
It's so triggering and unnecessary.
Triggering and unnecessary. Look, I'm an older man, as you can tell, as a product of the 90s. When I hear people say it's triggering, especially regarding bands, I'm like, okay, take a break from what you're doing. Take a break from the internet. Like, really touch some grass, breathe some air, just take a break. It's not that serious. Okay? We're talking about a band. Okay? If you get triggered over that someone doesn't like the band you like or says they suck, it says all sorts of garbage stuff about them, remember this. He who angers you controls you, okay? Don't let someone else get under your skin with such little garbage, such little words that they don't care so much about either, to the point to where you just lose your shit and flip over tables. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why? Why would you let someone else rain on your parade, ruin your day? Just don't pay any mind to it. Anyway, that's my advice for people who say they're triggered by it. Or, you could still express it. There's a comment section.
Because I'm secretly a baby metal hater who created this channel with the sole purpose of bringing them down.
I like your
Okay,
jokes.
no. My answer to that is, like it or not, it's a part of baby metal's history. And I
Yeah.
think it's interesting to look back and learn about the obstacles that they have
Part of their history and part of their current day. You can see this now. Okay.
successfully overcome throughout their
I
career.
gotta play that.
Well, I'm offended.
Oh, right?
Now she's gonna be nice about that, but if I heard that, all right. I mean, there's a comment section, man. Like, what do you want to do? Okay, you want to file a complaint? You want to sue me over being offended? Please do.
You are welcome to express that in the comment section, if it makes you feel better. Come on, boost that algorithm. Let's get onto the video, shall we?
Yes. Okay, no particular order. There's a link for each source in the description. Humor is just supposed to be that humor. Yeah. The fact that you have to spell that out really is telling, right? Anyway, so I'm curious what she has in here.
Number 1.
Frank Turner. The girls
Frank
had just
Turner?
finished their iconic and groundbreaking performance at Sony Sphere 2014.
Good, I know
If you're
who
a
he
baby
is.
metal fan, you probably know that this festival appearance caused quite an impression and boosted their name internationally. Everyone was talking about them, and later that day, Frank Turner was interviewed backstage.
Are you enjoying?
I don't even know who Frank Turner is. Should I? I know who Baby Metal is, but Frank Turner, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I am. Who have you enjoyed seeing?
Baby Metal today was interesting.
You see, baby metal to me are like clickbait made flesh.
Clickbait made flesh? What does he mean by that? Like how? What? Clickbait made flesh?
What?
Clickbait. You know what I mean? Like clickbait, as in like deliberately annoying headlines on the internet that make people click on them.
Ah, right.
Oh, so he's interested, but he thinks he's like, no, I shouldn't be interested. No way. I should have paid any mind to it. No. Clickbait on the internet is garbage and misleading. Baby Metal is exactly what it is and intended to be. All right? They're not fooling you into it. They're not lying to you. They're not deceiving to you like the headlines you read. They are exactly what they present to be. They are a They are a metal band, or some will say a metal group, or whatever. They are metal. They're very entertaining. They're really good, really good. Anyway, though, agree to disagree. Frank Turner, whoever you are.
I mean, it's kind of like they're sort of designed to provoke opinions, whether positive or negative, in a way that makes me kind of really aggressively want to not have an opinion about them, because I feel like they're provoking me to have an opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't have an opinion about baby metal. Damn it!
So he doesn't want to like them to not be like everyone else, but okay, whatever.
Number 2.
Chris Jericho. In the
The
issue
name sounds familiar. Honestly, guys, I don't
number
really know.
1599 of Kerrang! Magazine, released in December of 2015, a group of celebrities gathered to share their thoughts on some of the artists who
Oh,
made
what I really love the most, opinions from celebrities. So they're very famous, they're very popular, which means they have an opinion that's better than yours, better than mine, better than anyone else, right? Because they amassed a following. That doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of dumb people that get a lot of followers, okay? You've seen this stuff. You've seen how these people talk sometimes. It's like, just because you're popular, just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you know anything, really, okay? Anyway.
made it to the 2015's biggest rock songs list, Baby Metal being one of them. Chris Jericho and Boy George weren't too enthusiastic about them. But since this video focuses on the metal industry only, let's just take a look at Jericho's statement.
Oh, he's a wrestler.
I'm not on the
I don't really watch wrestling. Oh, that's funny. Someone who's a wrestler, an industry that has all sorts of claims about it being fake and phony and all this stuff, is gonna throw some shade at baby metal. Okay. He says, I'm not into baby metal. Tip, and I predict they'll end up as yours. TATU? Well, jokes on him. They haven't, and they won't.
Baby metal tip, and I predict they'll end up as this year's tattoo. Remember
Tattoo,
them?
that's what's called.
Exactly. You want to hear real Japanese metal? Go check out X Japan.
Well, X Japan is amazing. X Japan is amazing, but like baby metal is too. So I don't even know. Oh, Tattoo, that's that song. Okay, well, all right. Wait, am I allowed to play this? This is a dangerous game. I'm gonna pause one more time to shield myself from a muse. Hopefully it works. Oh, okay, I think we're good.
Number 3.
Nergal. In a video
Oh,
from
okay.
2017, Nergal was invited to pick and recommend some of his favorite albums at an American record store.
I don't know, just someone told me it's awesome. It's called Baby.
That would be cool to have a baby metal album. I don't have a record player though. Sometimes I think it would be cool to have it, but I don't know where I would put it. I guess I'd figure it out. But I'd rather save money. I like trying to save money, which I can't do with all these bands coming at the sea and all this stuff. Anyway.
Baby metal. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm not buying that shit. If you like
He's too good. He's too good for it. He's too good for it. Look at that.
your problem.
I think that's pretty sad considering what Moa said in a radio interview from 2012.
I know offense, but I'm not really sure if the Behemoth guy would really care what Moa had to say. All right, I'd be like, whatever.
Well,
ボアメタルはベヒーモスのポーランドのブラックメタルバンドなんですけど。ポーランドのブラックメタルバンド。そうなんです。で好きなところが、やっぱ映像もかっこいいんですよ。だけど特にボーカルのネルガルさんの顔と声がブルータルでかっこいいんです。まあ好きなところがイントロのポポポンポポポポンみたいな。
A fan being crushed by her.
とにかく顔がかっこよくて悪魔が出てきそうで本当にやばいです。Number 4.
Benji Web.
Benji Web, skinned red. I don't. Who? Should I care? Honestly, guys, none of us should really care what Benji Web has to say. It's not that important. But
in 2016, Baby Metal won the Kerrang Award for Best Live Band. Benji Web was one of the announcers that year, and while Sue was giving their thank you speech, this happened.
I haven't seen this before. Does he take the trophy away? Does he pull a Kanye West? Does he do that? What did he say? I don't even know what he's saying. Like, what is he saying, guys? Like, it's so... First off, I don't really care what he's saying, which is probably killing the motivation to put forth any sort of effort to comprehend what he's uttering into a microphone. But, yeah, I don't understand. He's wearing a velvet cap? All right, whatever. Guess he thinks he's a pimp. Is he a pimp? Oh, whatever.
Needless to say, the fandom's response to that was quite radioactive.
Yeah, and let me just go and say this, guys. Like, I like baby metal a lot. I like baby metal fans. I'm a baby metal fan, okay? But not all of us are the same, and some fans go out of their way to, like, mess with people that, like, they look, some fans will say it's earned and all that stuff because they probably feel like the girls are disrespected in some sort of way. But it's like, you're gonna knight for them, right? You're gonna go out there and try to get an apology from a guy, and I guess that's what would happen. But for what purpose? Why waste your time doing that? So the guy doesn't like him, the guy disrespected him. Okay, so the guy is an asshole, and you guys are entitled to do whatever, right? You can express your opinions however you want. Just I wouldn't waste my time with it, honestly. I'd just be like, okay. If I was there, I'd be like, I don't even know what he said. He sounds like an idiot. And joke's on him because Baby Metal's going to probably outlast him.
They demanded an apology to the girls, and he quickly posted on Twitter.
Sorry to anyone who...
Don't demand an apology from anyone, man. Look, when you demand an apology from someone, you're asking for a fake apology. Because that's what you're going to get if you get one. Like, okay, if you demand someone apologize for something, and they do, like, how do you know that was actually sincere? Like, even if he said, oh yeah, sorry, guys. People be like, why didn't I mean that? There was no effort. Is it really worth it? I don't think it is. But anyway, this is sorry to anyone who thought I disrespect Baby Metal at the awards tonight. I truly didn't mean to F with them.
Thought I disrespected Baby Metal at the awards tonight. Truly, I didn't mean to fuck with them.
Fans were not happy about this. They didn't like that he phrased it as people thinking he did wrong, rather than him admitting to doing wrong.
Guys, that's where I'm like, all right, y'all lost me on that one. Like, are you really expecting to get much more of an apology? Like, why? Why are you wasting your effort in that? There's no reward in that campaign. It's a useless campaign. It's a useless endeavor. It's going to be in vain. Like, you're not going to get what you want. You're trying to pressure a guy into for an apology. You're essentially trying to bully a guy into apology. Doesn't Baby Metal have a song about that? Huh? Doesn't Baby Metal have a song about that? No more bullying, guys. Oh, but he deserves it. Okay. I mean, you feel that way. I mean, did the girls ask you to do it? Did the girls seem like they're bothered by it? No. Like, just stop. Like, he has an opinion. You have an opinion. All right. Agree to disagree. You don't like what he did. Okay.
And so they demanded more.
People, like, I said I'm not into being horrible to anyone. To all the fans and Baby Metal, from my heart, I'm sorry if I offended you all.
But fans still weren't satisfied.
He gave even a better apology. I don't even know this guy. I don't even know what he said. But that apology was a lot better than the previous one. And people still weren't happy. If you're one of them that went that far, bro, check yourself. Check yourself. Like, you need to take a break. It's not that serious. It is not that serious. It's not life or death. It's not that serious, guys. Just breathe a little, live a little, laugh. Wow. I don't know. It's just not that serious.
I don't think they are as upset as you fans.
A wave of hatred surfaced.
And that was true. I have to say, Benji was right there.
And people just didn't want to let it go. Think of any kind of insult. As many as you could possibly imagine. He received them all, including racist ones.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that. Not surprised. Well, I mean, there you go. I mean, guys, that's way too far, man.
Some keyboard warriors went as far as saying they would seek revenge through violence. Some even wished for his death. Absolutely delightful. But why exactly did the situation get so out of hand?
Wrong. I disavow that one. I disavow that.
It all exploded after this video with questionable subtitles was posted.
Oh, is that you, word? Can you kids? Sing it to everyone! You fucking around!
Oh, can you kids heavy metal effing around? Okay. Well, clearly they can heavy metal. Like, so the guy on stage said the one thing, said that one sentence, that one phrase that we as Baby Metal fans hear all the time, and we still have people in our fandom that still get butthurt and triggered by it. Yes, people are gonna say, "Oh, they're not even really metal." You're gonna have bands that say that. If you're triggered by that, take a break. Take a break. Like, it is not that serious, and you already know. Like, they're trying to trigger you. They're trying to mess with you. Okay? Like, dude, just take a chill pill. You probably, if this is you, you're triggered that badly about this, you probably are prescribed chill pills. I'm just saying. Breathe.
Benji was accused of insulting them and displaying a racist behavior. Turns out, some of the subtitles were wrong. The person responsible for uploading the video even said the words were just an approximation, pure guess due to the low quality audio. But people rarely ever bother to read the—
Oh, okay, so the subtitles... You guys got baited, got heated into nonsense, triggered into some sort of mob mentality mode, some sort of massive group thing to go after this guy, and you don't even know what he said. You don't even know what he said. Wow, man, that's rich.
The description.
But
It's
not all fans. A lot of you guys are cool.
easy to jump to conclusions as a
cool.
simple spectator. But the truth is, some news sites also took the video as a veracious source and made matters even worse. They either failed at their job or they meant to take advantage of the juicier version for clout. In any case, I find this despicable.
Oh yeah, don't expect ethics in journalism at all, anywhere. Ethics in journalism never even exist. Did it ever exist? Maybe at times when journalists try to uncover the truth about a story or whatever. But in the music industry, there has never ever been, and will there ever really be, ethics in journalism, because the music industry and music journalists, reporters, it's usually tied in. There's money going back and forth, a lot of it. Now, there might be exceptions to the rule, but if you look at the music industry's past, it is very rich, very potent, with a lot of pay-to-play sort of stuff that happens. And it's not just music industry, it's also video games, you know? All right, anyway, with that said.
Anyways, the situation did not end there. BABYMETAL fans were so loud that Team Karen had to reach out to Benji for him to give an official apology, which was later published in the issue number 1625 of their magazine. There, Team Karen clarified.
On the night, Benji joked with all artists collecting awards, as you would expect, which was why he was asked to host the awards.
Notice that here, Karen is indirectly taking responsibility too.
However, a clip of Benji interrupting BABYMETAL's acceptance speech has been posted on YouTube and circulated with incorrect and negative subtitles posted below, trying to portray Benji as a bully and calling him a racist. Instead of him saying, "You fucking rock" to the band, the video has the words, "You fucking around," and instead of him saying arigato, meaning thank you, they have put heavy metal, while also editing out him shaking the band's hands.
And I guarantee you there'll be fans who be like, that's not really what he said. We know what he really said. He's lying. And just go like level 11 on rage or whatever. Oh, I would imagine. They'll go like AVGN style rage and start throwing stuff. There's probably a fan like that.
And screaming the words, "BABYMETAL, make some noise."
Right after that, they added Benji's personal take.
A lot has been said and mistranslated online about what I said to BABYMETAL. I am a loud mouth with a mic, which I guess was why I was asked and was honored to co-host the Kerrang Awards. My banter was meant to be light-hearted and funny. I was being rowdy all night with every act that came on stage. That's just my way.
This is true.
Also, this really, we're out.
It was lighthearted and meant to be funny, but I also understand everyone has a different concept of what's funny. But I'm not inside everybody's head and, sincerely, I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. If I'm guilty of anything from that night, it was for interrupting BABYMETAL's acceptance speech and being rowdy, for which I apologize. No harm was meant.
There you go, guys. There you go. And let me guess. The BABYMETAL, some fans were not satisfied.
With regard to BABYMETAL, I did not realize how long they had been preparing and learning their acceptance speech in English, and, as a result, My banter must have been off-putting for them, for which I immediately apologized. None of its content was in any way racist or sexist, as suggested. To the contrary, I congratulated them as they left the stage and shouted their name.
I mean, he didn't make any remarks about their race or their sex at all. So, whatever.
I was glad they won. In fact, I was stoked for them, as they are outsiders in what they do, as are kindred.
Was this enough? Yes and no. Some fans
knew it. There's always that one, maybe two, maybe three. They're just like, no, we're miserable people. We hate our own lives, so we want to go after this guy with knives, take him down. You know, there's always going to be those. You just be like, dude, you might be a sociopath. You might. I don't think that medication's working, bro. You need to seek that psychiatrist. Are you seeing a psychiatrist, or you think you're seeing a psychiatrist? I don't ever see you go anywhere. It's telehealth. Oh no, I checked your browser history, and there's a lot of porn there. I don't think that's your psychiatrist, bro. You know, there's always a few like that. Just take it too far.
Insisted his apology was insincere and full of excuses. There's really nothing
oh
you
my
can
God,
do
it's
to
never
please
good
someone
enough.
who is determined not to move on. Yes, his behavior was far from polite. Yes, he messed up. And
I've been like, I mean, I understand now what he's doing. A loud mouth with the mic. Some people are like that. I'm like that. If I was at that, as a Baby Metal fan, if I was there in his shoes, dude, you all know, I would say something in the moment to hype him up, and someone will take it out. Someone would spin it out of context and be crazy. Be like, no, I said they're amazing. You'd be like, no, you said something else. I don't even know. But yeah.
And yes, maybe his tweets weren't ideally written, but is this what a person gets for making a mistake? It's only natural to defend yourself when you're being
No
attacked,
more bullying, guys.
especially when what you're being framed for is a lie.
I know most people can't pronounce the name of that song. I can't even. IDZ. But it is an anti-bullying song. Move on.
And by the way, that was the last time Benji ever posted on his Twitter account. While there's no confirmation that he left due to the backlash, I think it serves as an example that
Guys, you bullied him off the internet. The Fox God would not be amused. Okay? Come on now.
we should try to do better as a fandom, because it certainly could have gotten that far. Hold people accountable when they cross the line, and don't cross the line yourself.
Actually, I don't really think the mob mentality internet stuff is really holding anyone really accountable. I mean, they try to over what they think happened, but how much of it do they really know? Because people just believe what they hear. They start getting in a group. This group mentality takes over, and they're no longer actually reasonable or trying to reason and use rationale to understand. Maybe they're wrong. No. They just reinforce the conclusion that they already have, and they don't want to back down, and they just build and build and build. I just like, dude, if you're in that, you realize you're in it. Take a break. Step away. It's probably really dumb. And here it was. It was a really dumb thing.
Number 5.
Anti-copying. Due to BABYMETAL's increasing
I don't know who this
popularity,
person either.
Anti-copying received many requests for him to
Hey
book
guys, the reason I say that is, what is the value of an opinion of someone you don't even know? It should be not next to nothing, worse than nothing. I don't even know what that is. There is no value of that. It's like negative nothing. It actually takes away from you if you actually pay attention.
them at the Download Festival, but he wasn't too thrilled about the idea, as well as some other metalheads.
Don't cave on this. The novelty will fade away in a few weeks.
It's just like the same old bollocks I had last year with Psy. It's worthless junk. Yep, it's a no from me. Another Japanese novelty fad. It works in their homeland and I have big respect for that. I don't want them. No disrespect to them, but I don't believe they are suitable for download. I've made my feelings very clear regarding baby metal, and those feelings have not changed. There's a time and place for baby metal, each to their own, but Download Festival is not it.
Go back to the headlines.
Download Festival is not it.
Baby metal crashes the music festival promoter who hates them. Because fuck it.
Just seen baby metal hanging around backstage at Download? What is going on?
Didn't you say you'd never book them?
Didn't book them. I mean...
Awful nice.
Oh, you just got played, sir. You just got owned. That makes me genuinely very, very happy. Oh, this is a good video. Go support this channel. Emoji Nation. Go become a subscriber. Press a like. You know what? Never mind my Patreon. It's fine. I only has 3. Maybe one day it'll grow to 5. That'll be amazing. Go support her. Go throw her $1. She definitely earns it.
Nice of them to play for free if you didn't book them.
They didn't get paid.
Yeah, I don't know how real the crashing claims are, but what's for sure is that Baby Metal did show up at Download in collaboration with Dragon Force in 2015.
Yeah, Dragon Force is there. Sweet. And there's So Metal. Dragon Force collabed with Baby Metal for Road to Resistance.
3 days later, they shared the stage again at the Golden Gods, and Copping was there too. So the fans asked him if,
Anthrax.
after having the chance to see them live,
the
maybe he would reconsider booking them. He appeared in 2016 as a guest in a podcast called That's Not Metal, and there he decided to address some of these questions.
I have to book the festival for what I believe the people want to buy the ticket for.
Well, clearly it's Baby Metal, so think about that.
I've taken a lot of stick over the last couple of years regarding Baby Metal, and you know, I made a decision that I personally, I don't, as the booker of the festival, I don't believe that they are right for the spirit of what Download's all about.
Does that still remain, that thought?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
I have to be honest. Yeah.
Stubborn in his ways. Stubborn old man in his ways. The music isn't affecting his heart yet. No, because he's refusing to hear it. If he listens to Baby Metal for a while, I don't know how long it'll take, but it will work on his heart. He has to give it time. So, guys, you were fired up before? Go find this guy. Grab him. No, I'm joking. Definitely don't put this guy in a van and blast Baby Metal and ride around for an hour and see if he changes his opinion. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be fine with that, right? He's going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm a Baby Metal fan now. And not be like, I'm going to have you guys arrested for kidnapping. Oh, no, that's right. He's Australian. I'm going to do an Australian accent. No, on the front. Not right now.
Wow. Yes, it does. I just don't feel that it's right. And if I'm wrong, then I have to take it on the chin. But as the booker of the festival, they polarize people anyway. But then again, most bands do, and I take that.
I think they're shit, but I think they fit. Is my
and people have said that to me. I went to the Golden Gods the following day after Download, where Dragon Force, and then when Baby Metal came out, they started saying how amazing it was, and this is incredible, and I just thought that's really, for me, hugely disparaging for Dragon Force, because they didn't care about Dragon Force. That these people, it was like they only got excited when Baby Metal came out, and I just
don't sit well with you.
Yeah, it didn't sit well with me at all. Dragon Force have been, they've been at the game. They're a real band, and nobody cared about them until.
Nobody cared about them, but they were there. What do you mean nobody? This guy, who pissed in his eggs and forced him to eat it? His dad? I mean, I don't know. This guy has some issues for real.
At this award ceremony, until they walked out, and I didn't like it, and it just again. And by the way, I have tried so much with Baby Metal. I mean, I've okay.
You haven't tried.
I'm reading what people are saying. Okay, put it on. And the music starts. Yeah, this music's really, really good. But then I just, with the three girls coming on, squawking away the way they do. And I know I'm gonna get killed for saying it, but
you're
I'm
not,
sorry.
Mate, you're amongst friends here. We've said there's
just,
nothing you're saying that we haven't said before.
Shockingly,
Just haters, bitter
2015
haters,
wasn't
guys.
the last time Baby Metal showed up at Download. They performed both in 2016 and 2018, not as a collab guest, but as their own act. Because of
yeah, that act was amazing.
this, many people wondered if Coping had changed his mind about them.
Yeah.
Later in 2016, he appeared once again in the That's Not Metal podcast, and he clarified.
I've got big mouth. I'm going to go, right, that's never going to happen.
He's like, don't make me money. That's the only reason why he cares.
Never going to happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do have to bow to
the money?
Pressure of what the fans want.
Public opinion.
And I have to go, where I got offered Baby Metal. I was the first promoter in the UK to be offered Baby Metal.
Okay, I thought Australia.
I got sent the stuff. It didn't resonate with me at
hate-
all.
yeah,
I could not get my head around it at all. And I've tried and I tried and I tried and I still couldn't. And people going, this band, they're amazing. La, la. So okay, I'll try again. And me personally, I was not getting it. So then there's all this, you've booked Baby Metal. And this had all come after people telling me I needed to book that PSY,
Right, okay.
It's Gangnam Style.
Yeah, why would I book it? Do I like Baby Metal because I booked them last year and they played on the main stage? No, I don't. I just thought, well, you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up and go, okay, I'm booking them. Am I going to watch them? No. I actually went up. Do you know, the girls are lovely. Super friendly,
I bet.
come over.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, really appreciative. They want the photograph took with you, the whole bit.
Yeah.
And that's great. And I'm super respectful. I watched them as they went on stage. Just, there was a great audience watching them.
Massive.
And then I was off.
Yeah.
Because it's not for me.
Because he's a negative Nancy. He's a Debbie Downer. All right? He's a retarded Richardson. I'm just joking. I try to make that work. It isn't my bad, guys. He might be. Let me get this straight. It's a band that everyone likes. People are like going there to see it. They're spending a lot of money to see it. He's booking them. He's just like, I just don't see it. In fact, I'm not even gonna watch it. Not gonna listen to it. Might be a little retarded there. I don't know. Guys, we're just jokes, guys. You guys understand.
If I book bands that I really, really like, then that's great.
Yeah.
But it's normally because it fits with the whole festival. If I'd not allowed Baby Metal to play, then it was all about just what Andy Coppin wants and not what Download should have.
And there's that. Whether he
Well, at least he admits that. He recognizes that. Okay.
likes it or not, we still got to see the girls at this iconic festival. Copying is not the only gear behind Team Download, so we can at least imagine that other people there have a more positive view on Baby Metal, especially when the official website writes articles like this.
10 reasons
I guess
why
we
you should
know
love Baby
who
Metal.
didn't write it.
Number 6.
Crossfade.
Oh, I did a reaction to Crossfade. No one watched it. This must be why.
It's pretty common for Japanese artists to be asked about other fellow Japanese artists, Baby Metal being one of those names to pop up the most. Every time Crossfade received a question related to them, they appeared to be very uncomfortable.
I had an interview with Whiskey Dust. I was tempted to ask about other Japanese bands, but I didn't because I think it means well, maybe, but it could also be kind of disrespectful and be like, "Oh, so you really want to talk to them and not us?"
You guys know Baby Metal. Oh, that's great.
It's like if I was to be like, if you want to talk to Baby Metal, go talk to Baby Metal. You're here talking to me. You could ask me anything about what I do, my music, and all this stuff. But okay.
Yeah, Baby Metal. I know, like, it's kind of weird for foreigner people. Actually, their director of the music video is same guy as us. Yeah, and now we have him on the store. The video is amazing.
Okay, next band.
That's pretty much okay. So he's trying to be nice about it. Okay.
Baby metal.
Baby metal. Oh, cute.
What's it? You know baby metal.
Next. Cute. Like.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you want them to say? That they like it? I mean, they may not like it. Just because they're Japanese, just because they're another Japanese band, doesn't mean they'll actually like the other band. What, you think they all like get together and like? I mean, some like each other. You can see that from the photos and all that stuff. But some are just, you know, they do their own thing and they have their own opinions about it, and that's fine too. You know, whatever.
See, like baby metal, like that is not band, but like they are playing metal.
Yeah.
But really, playing metal, like the band, like
Jericho as well.
yeah. So like, there's no rule. They are not metal. They are not metal.
Yeah.
And, like, the
They
metal
are
is gonna
metal.
Be, like, he's gonna hate
They're
them.
playing metal.
But like in Japan, like we can understand like every single kind of music.
By the way, I'm only including this clip because many kitsunes seem to take offense when someone says baby metal isn't metal. Let's be real now. They are metal.
They are 100% metal. It's like, well, okay. I would say if they're not metal, they're definitely not pop. They're not Christian music. They're not country. They're not rap. Though they do have a rap song there, and some rap moments in some of their songs. But, yeah. Anyway.
Enough to fit in the scene, but they are not 100% metal, just like they aren't 100% J-pop. Challenging the genre is their biggest appeal after all. Every time someone finds the not metal statement offensive, just remind them that baby metal themselves would agree.
But there is a recent interview with Koba Metal where he even says himself that those who say it's not metal at this point are the minority. And it's really time just to move on from that.
Here's an interesting insight from the That's Not Metal podcast.
I just want to say, funnily enough, the only band I've heard come out to me that I've interviewed, that I've spoken about baby metal to, that have said, we hate them, they make me sick, are Crossfaith.
Yeah!
They're the only band
Really?
who said they have nothing. Crossfaith, when I spoke to Crossfaith...
Who was it, Ken?
It was Ken and... I forgot.
Taru.
Yeah, we're both really like, oh no, we do, they're nothing to do with metal. And they're the only band I've heard say that.
If this is true, at least we gotta give them credit for trying to remain polite when facing the public. We could even say...
yeah, that's what you do. You try to be respectful. I mean...
They portray themselves as supportive. You can see how they went around the edges to come up with something positive, even if sarcastic.
Number 7.
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst. Can I skip this segment? Do I really have to care if... I'm going to give this segment 10 seconds of attention. No offense to homogenation, but Fred Durst is someone I do not care about, okay?
In 2015, Limp Bizkit was one of the bands to perform after baby metal at Rock im Revier. While on
he didn't
stage,
cancel
Fred
because he
Durst
sprained his ankle?
decided to
He's done
acknowledge
that in the
them,
past over
but
something
in a
stupid like
weird
that.
way.
How you feeling? I'm still super.
I was skipping this part. I don't want to hear him fucking talk.
Someone who isn't a Limp Bizkit fan, my first reaction to that was complete outrage. However, I was curious as...
Why? I don't even know what he said, but no matter what he said, even he said the most racist, crazy thing imaginable, still wouldn't bother me because it's Fred Durst and it doesn't. His opinion means nothing.
To wider fans immediately laughed it off, so I took the time to ask some of them why. And their answer was pretty simple. It's just Fred being Fred. After digging a little more, I came to learn he does have a reputation for purposefully making shocking or provoking comments. I found another clip.
Yeah, I mean, it's useless to get mad at whatever he says. He's trolling you. He's a shit stain. He's a dingleberry. You know, it's not, and I mean that like 100%. Like, I'm not playing around. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I think he is a shit stain, and there is that.
From that same year at Rock in Vienna, in which he says something similar regarding baby metal again, while also clarifying his stance.
How many of you guys like watching baby metal today? It's kind of sexy, right? They're only 15 and 17. Don't ever think that again.
Rip to those who...
Well, that is a very Fred Durst thing to say. That is a very Fred Durst thing to say. Well, it's useless getting upset about that because it's Fred Durst.
Agreed so enthusiastically before realizing Fred was joking.
It's kind of sexy, right?
The comment could be very problematic without context. I understand now that he's playing a character and fans are aware of it. Something I don't understand is, how is this any different from Benji? Why is it only okay for one of them to stay in character?
What Benji did was nothing even compared. Like, it turns out Benji sounds like people got things wrong, got things twisted. They don't even know what he actually said, and it just got crazy. Okay, what Fred Durst said is just, it is way worse. But you're not gonna do a hate mob on Fred Durst because he would love that. It would actually, like Fred Durst is a black hole of a person. Okay, Fred Durst is a black hole, negative energy. He's going to absorb that. You try to cancel him or go after him with some shit like that, it's only gonna make him stronger because he will fling back. He will shoot back. He's like, don't. All right. I mean, that's the mentality there. It's Fred Durst. Anyway, we'll skip this part anyway. No offense to Emoji Nation.
Biscuit for a while.
Are there any metal bands that you find yourself listening to? Oh, Limp Bizkit. Okay, wow.
Why?
Number 8.
Mirai Kawashima. In a written interview from 2012, Mirai was asked if he felt proud.
I'm not familiar with this band or this guy.
Of Japanese culture having such an impact on the world due to their crazy ideas, using baby metal as an example. His answer was rather spicy.
Yes, I'm proud of it. To be clear though, I despise crap like baby metal. I despise crappy people who are shameless enough to pay for such crap.
Shame on us for thinking differently from him.
Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note of this. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your...
You gotta wonder about where that's coming from. I guess like a whole different approach to music and performing it, you know? I guess trying to be charitable.
Honestly, how dare we enjoy ourselves? Fast forward to 2018, he participated in another written interview and baby metal's name popped up again. Did he change his mind? Let's see.
I really hate those idol things. They are the worst spawn of consumer.
Okay, that makes sense where he's coming up from that. He hates his idol things. We're a spawn of consumer capitalism. All right, well, he probably has some opinions about capitalism too.
Capitalism of today needs people to spend money even on something totally worthless, or else it won't work. For this, phantasmagoria is required, as Walter Benjamin said. People like to dance to the advertisement by corporate business, namely phantasmagoria. They are forced to feel the...
Alright, he lost me. I don't really... Phantasmagoria, it's like, okay, dude. Like, alright.
Without knowing it. And to my eyes, idol things are the worst case about this. Obviously.
Well, I mean, they're doing pretty well. He doesn't like them. Whatever.
You do not need dancing cute girls whom you would never ever be able to fuck in your life.
Oh, so that's why he doesn't like them. He's not able to fuck the girls. Well, there you have it. See, and some of you guys would be like, well, Mr. Deadman, clearly what he's saying here does make sense. Are you not big brain enough to figure out what he's saying? No, I see a lot of words spilling out and a phrase of term of phantasmagoria. Define that for me in a way that makes sense, that's meaningful. No, don't, because you waste your time. When are you really ever going to use that in the context that actually makes sense? And it's like, no, it boils down to he doesn't like them because he can't fuck them. Okay, there you go. You have it.
You need dancing cute girls whom you would never ever be able to fuck in your life.
What the fucker?
But still so many people spend precious money on it. It is scary. Don't get me wrong, I am not a communist and I don't think communism is better than capitalism. And of course I am not coming up with a better system than capitalism, but that does not mean I have to
Oh
stand
my
this
god, I
ugly
don't
side
care,
of
dude. You
capitalism.
lost me. You
If I
wanted
say
to
this,
bang
some
the
people
kids when they're like 15 or something. Now I'm being mean. But no, yeah, this guy, whatever. This might be a reason why I've never reacted to Psy. What a shame.
say metal is Goria. But as media to lands
skip
no longer considered human beings. They are nothing but a product to be consumed, whose purpose is to incite some kind of sexual fantasy. A twisted concept that he claims to despise, but that he, ironically, seems to fit into.
So we all know that baby metal is your favorite.
And I get that. There's some people who think that way about the idols. Hell, there's even an anime, I think two in particular, like Perfect Blue, right? About that sort of thing. And it happens with idol culture. It happens even in America where people get obsessed with fans to the point to where they want to wear their flesh, literally. It's crazy. But not everyone does that. And those people that take it that far shouldn't be the example of everybody else. No, they're like the exception. They're like the chaotic exception that's why you have security for.
Recent metal band. Any thoughts on a split?
I prefer their clit than split with them.
No! No! No!
I cannot think of anything that would help see his claims in a more...
That's what he said to that?
or pause to generate views on others.
Number 9.
David Ruíz. In 2016, David Ruíz was invited to appear in a video to give a review of Baby Metal's freshly released album, Metal Resistance. And let's just say he had a lot to get out of his chest.
Baby Metal, Metal Resistance. Tell me what you thought of the new album, Dave.
One thing I will say to...
Tell me how much it sucks when you're, like, streaming or recording in a room that's very, very lacking. Like, what's going on there? What's going on? Come on, man. I don't know. It's like, why would I care?
To start off this review is that they achieved resistance with metal. They got the title right. The vocals reminded me as when I was a young lad and my mother would hand me Alvin and the Chipmunks records for Christmas. That harsh...
The work gets so hard to have an original take that's been done over and over. He's just a carbon copy of the person who came before him. Way to go.
I thought was cool when I was 5 years old. After listening to the album throughout the day and giving it my honest ears and trying to be optimistic and open-minded, I felt like shoving a dagger into my eyeball. Maybe this will appeal to the masturbatory crowd of metalheads somewhere around the universe that like to look...
He's like the opposite of David Heretic, okay? David Heretic really likes Baby Metal, but this guy really doesn't. But it kind of have a similar way of being hyperbolic, okay?
Look at Japanese women, or any women for that matter, in French-made outfits or whatever it is they're wearing and working in synchronization on stage. I call this a fad and a gimmick, like the grunge movement.
Well, like isn't Accept? What gimmick is that? I mean, there's a gimmick with that.
And like grunge, I hope and pray that this movement eats its young and it ends sooner than later.
Is Baby Metal helping?
And he's wearing a silly helmet as a gimmick. Shut
or
up, dude.
hurting heavy metal?
I vote it's hurting. Why? Because people are forgetting.
Dude, it's hurting. I think what's hurting are the decisions you made, which is why you are recording that video in what looks to be a very small apartment or something. Which, look, I am not shaming income or anything like that. Well, it sounds like I am in a way. I guess I kind of am. I got to take that responsibility, right? I am throwing shade at David Ruíz here because he wants to be like, oh, Baby Metal is hurting the industry. Or at the same time, it seems like he hasn't really done himself any favors and he's blaming them or blaming somebody else. I mean, how many people know about Accept? I don't know. Honestly, I think they're a band that Metallica covered. I'm not exactly sure. But I know about Baby Metal. In fact, I know a lot of Japanese bands, and so that puts things in perspective for me.
Getting with this new age of technology, what's here today is gone later today. It's like these America's Got Talent shows. How many of you remember who actually won those things and are like superstars now? It's all
Wasn't Kelly Clarkson one? I mean, don't they become like pop stars or whatever they're supposed to be?
Like McMusic. Steve Lukather, you put it correctly. It's drive-through music. It's McDonald's.
Don't be pissy because no one really remembers who you are, man.
Want fries with that?
You see, people think that if baby metal becomes big, and it is, then it'll expose more people to metal. Well, in fact, what really happens is when something becomes successful, then there becomes copycats. So the market's going to say, hey, baby metal really sells, so let's create more baby metals. And that's not really what we want. We want the PR people, we want the record companies to invest into bands that we love in heavy metal. The Judas Priest likes, the Iron Maiden likes, the Anthrax, the Accept likes.
Well, if people don't like those particular style of bands, then they're not going to get that support. It's like supply and demand, dude. It's capitalism. I mean, it's like, okay, if a lot of people are really liking baby metal more and more, right, and it's growing attention, and they pay attention to it, the labels do, yeah, they're going to come out, these record companies are going to come out with bands, either that may form organically, when you use that word, or they may make them. They're using talent agencies and all that, and come out with more of these bands. They use a similar format. It's very possible. It's very possible because they see that it's successful. Like the success, no one. Why would anyone think the success of baby metal would mean the success of maybe Judas Priest? Well, they're old now. They've had their success. Now they're kind of in retirement age time, right? I mean, they've already had their success. Is what I'm saying. I mean, it could happen with some overreach or with overlap. With some collaborations, like what happened with Baby Metal and Little Uzi Vert. I don't listen to rap very much, right? I have no idea who the guy was, but I learned about him through his collaboration, right? I didn't even know who Bring Me the Horizon was. I didn't even know what the hell that was until their collaboration. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. All right, I'll check it out. So in some ways, it does help. Okay, so he is wrong there 100%. I mean, he's right in one area, so I guess he's wrong 95%. The 5% where he's right is that, yeah, record labels or these publishers will come out with bands, will put out bands that will be similar to Baby Metal. Sure, that's going to happen to try to duplicate that success. Yes, but I don't really see that many of them. I see Baby Metal and Metalverse. And Metalverse isn't really defined yet. There's Passcode. Kind of similar in some ways, but very different. There's a lot more of this stuff in Japan. In America, the only thing I could think of that comes close is when Poppy did her metal album. That was very interesting. That was actually the first time I listened to Poppy. I thought it was pretty cool, not gonna lie. But yeah, anyway, it's just a bunch of nonsense. It's nothing really to worry about. These guys are worrying about nothing.
Those are the bands that we want the money, whatever's left of it, to go into. Not into bands and copycat bands of baby metal. So, in my point of view, it's gonna hurt heavy metal. We shall see.
Number 10.
I flat out just... Rob Halford. Rob Halford liked baby metal. He said he would like to play with them. He was on stage. They played Judas Priest together. Don't shatter my world, imagination. Don't shatter my world.
Rob Halford. Many people assume that all those pictures together and sharing a stage at the Alternative Press Music Awards means that Halford is an avid baby metal supporter. Well...
What? What did you take something out of context? I'm gonna scrutinize this one. What?
Think again. Don't be fooled by that. Just listen to what he said to their faces during an interview in 2016.
These wonderful heavy metal monster ladies.
Okay, this is a joke. This is a joke. Monster ladies is a compliment. This is a joke. This is a joke. You got me. You're trolling. You're trolling.
Audacity to call them monsters? How dare he speak to 3 young ladies like that?
Yeah.
Obviously, he took advantage of their popularity in hopes to be relevant. It's not like he's the father of metal or anything. He tried, but at last, his true colors were exposed. Cancel Rob Halford. What was it? I better be joking? Well, let me be the one to tell you that you're absolutely right. Of course I'm messing with you. That's right. You've been clickbaited.
You almost fooled me, but I got that one before you could get there. Oh, man.
In reality, baby...
Yo, where's that collaboration going to come from? When is that going to come, Koba? Koba Metal. You could do something with Judas Priest. I'm pretty sure you could do something with Rob Zombie if you wanted to. That'd be kind of cool too. There's people, but I trust Koba. He has his ways. All right. So that was 10 times Baby Metal was criticized or disrespected by people in the metal industry. Remember, guys, a lot of these people you may know, may not know, but it doesn't really matter. The opinion of someone that you really don't know or don't really care that much about, what does it matter? Even if you do care about them, like say they're your family, their opinion about something like a band that you like, what does it really matter? It doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, okay, if they genuinely are coming with criticism and they want to have a conversation and you can have that back and forth with them, sure, fine, whatever. If they're trying to troll you and go out of their way, don't waste your time with that. It's stupid. You're not going to get anywhere with that. Now, I might waste my time for that it is YouTube and sensationalism does kind of bring in views. It's greasy and whatever. But okay, fine. But you got me there. But the moral of the story is, the moral of this video is, hey, laugh at it. Don't worry about it. Just learn to breathe, man. Because some fans, they take it way too seriously. And it's like, dude, I understand you're a super fan. I understand you've seen every show. You even went to Japan to see the show. I understand you have a Baby Metal truck. And you even have Baby Metal tattooed on your back, your lower back. I'm not sure why you got a tramp stamp of that, but that's what you did. Just take a chill pill when someone says they're not metal, or someone like Fred Durst says they're sexy, huh, at 15. Just be like, well, that was Fred Durst, and he's absolutely retarded. And I can say that because he probably is. He's probably diagnosed that way, okay? He is an individual with special needs, as you could tell by the way he talks and all that stuff. So anyway, what I'm saying is don't let that stuff bother you. Like, just roll with it, man. Like, I don't know how to... But anyway, I like this video a lot. This was a long reaction, an hour-long reaction. Jesus Christ, who's going to make it to the end of this? Who's going to make it to the end? Holy crap. Yeah, I did look at my phone during this. I'm like, man, I got to pick up my kids in a little bit. Holy crap, I took time out of work to do... I got to check some emails. I'm going to call. What are you doing? Not doing anything I'm not supposed to. With that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.